So let's talk about Jonathan Taylor. Unfortunately, Taylor suffered a right high ankle sprain. Now, this frustrating injury is very, very annoying for a running back, and really anybody in general, but especially a running back. Why? Because the high ankle syndesmotic ligament is responsible for bringing the entire ankle together from the shin to the fibula to the ankle. And when that happens, when it gets sprained, even though it's been surgically repaired and reconstructed, really, it still can be uncomfortable. So this is a rotational injury, meaning when you put your foot on the ground and you try to pivot to the right or to the left, that's when it hurts. Running straight line isn't overly concerning after a couple weeks. The good news is that this is mild, and part of that is because in 2022, he had this reconstructed in the form of what we call a tightrope procedure, which is still in there, and that likely prevented him from getting a moderate sprain as opposed to, or a severe, and it kept it probably closer to mild. This is pretty much what happened to Kyren Williams last year and why he was able to come back and bounce back like nothing ever happened. So that's good news for Jonathan Taylor, but it would still keep him out 2 to 3 weeks, I think is a probably realistic assumption. I'm all but ruling him out in week 5. And then I think week 6 is probably unlikely. We're going to see Trey Sermon and then whoever else is in their backfield. We might see him with Joe Flacco as opposed to Anthony Richardson, who has a couple injuries of his own. But this could have been much worse. He got saved, quote unquote, by his previous surgery. But unfortunately, it did happen, and I think he's going to be out a couple weeks. But limit his expectations a little bit when he comes back. But I think by week 8 to 10, he'll be back to normal, which is usually not something I would say for a high ankle sprain running back in their first, in their current year back. But this may be one of the exceptions to the rule. If you like this type of content, do me a favor, smash a thumbs up, subscribe, and check out some of our other content at theinjuryexperts.com and on Twitter.